Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie. In this video I'm going to talk to you about my husband getting diagnosed with a disability through COVID, during COVID, sorry. If you're new to this channel, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a 56-year-old woman who is pretty well been forced into retirement because of my employer. And I just want to talk to other women and maybe some other men about some of the challenges that us as Canadians getting ready to retire are facing. So let me start. In this, before COVID started, January of 2020, me and my husband were in Dominican. He had a little, which we thought was a little boil starting on the right side of his neck. And I said to him, "What's that?" And he said, "Oh, it's probably that boil." He did have a boil about 35 years ago when we were younger. We just chalked it off as probably another boil coming back there. So then COVID started. And I don't know if you guys remember, it was impossible to get a doctor's appointment. So that little thing started getting bigger and bigger. So we contacted the doctor, and by then it was all Zoom meetings. You know, you couldn't go into the doctor's office. So prescribed some antibiotics, I think it was some steroids, said, okay, let me know how it works out. It didn't get any better. So let's fast forward. So this isn't a very long video. It took, because of COVID, a year and a half to see a specialist. And now we went to the surgeon, and the surgeon removed it. Luckily, it was not cancer. But his neck was, because the cyst had gotten quite large, it was about the size of I'm going to say a plum pit. It was causing his neck to be twisted, so he was like this, and he was having some twitching. So when the surgeon took it out, she said, "Oh, you'll have to," it had attached itself up into the nerves and really deeply. She said, "You'll probably need to get some physio and to help straighten your head again." So that winter when he was off, he's a construction worker, so he's off for the winter. We spent about $6,000 getting physio, chiropractor, massage, acupuncture, all that stuff. And it wasn't getting any better. Now COVID's still around. We're into 2022. So then he went back to the family doctor, and I said, "Something's not right." And he was twitching. I thought it was Parkinson's. Because I worked in long-term care, I really truly thought it was Parkinson's. So he referred us to a neurologist. We went to that neurologist, and some tests were being done. It wasn't Parkinson's. But the neurologist said to us, "You know, I think I know what it is, but I want to refer you to a specialist who sees this kind of situation more." That's all he said to us. So we waited another month to see another neurologist. He went for the MRI, he went for the CAT scan, he went for all that good stuff. And we ended up getting a doctor that is known throughout Canada and all the world. He's written books after books. He is a Parkinson's specialist. And when we were referred to him, I thought, oh my God, I thought he told me it wasn't Parkinson's. So we went to see him, and he put him through a few tests, and it ended up not being Parkinson's. It is called cervical dystonia. Now, I started to cry because my husband is one of the most lovable men I've ever met. He is such a hard worker, and he's worked so hard. We are retiring in Dominican next year. He wants to travel the world. He wants to do the castles. He wants to do all the churches in Europe and do all that stuff. He is young. He is 2 years older than me. He's still young. He's 58. So I started to cry because I thought, this is bad. And the neurologist said, "It's not bad, but there is no cure." And I'm like, what do you mean there's no cure? So my husband pretty well is in this position the whole time. One of the tricks with cervical dystonia is if if he touches his face, he can keep his face straight. But as soon as he lets his hand down, it goes back. We have done exercises and everything to help improve this, but it's not going to get any better. He does get Botox every 3 months because for the pain and to help with the twitching. Because he's worked so hard all his life. He's got really bad arthritis in his C2 to C6. And he's got bone spurs there. So when the twitch is happening because of the nerves, it hurts. So the Botox has been helping. So I did a little bit of research about cervical dystonia. And this is where I'm really mad about what happened with COVID. So the two factors that seem to be the cause of cervical dystonia is high uses of psychotropic meds like antidepressants and stuff. My husband's never taken any of that. Or injury or damage to a nerves, which makes it a neurological issue. So because of the wait during COVID, and I know I'm sounding selfish. I know there was people that died waiting for transplants. There was people that waiting for treatments died, but something so simple like a little cyst that we thought was a boil has now affected my husband and will affect him for the rest of his life. He tries to downplay it. But he's very self-conscious. We used to go out and some of the people used to ask him if he had Parkinson's or if he'd had a stroke, why his neck is twisted. So people are they're curious, but it makes him uncomfortable. It comes with a stigma that it kind of screws with your mind a little bit. Now, this has had an impact on how we are going to retire. We're still going to retire next year in Dominican, and because the warmth seems to help the arthritis and the pain that he is feeling because he has abused his body doing construction his entire life. But I just want, guys, if I feel so fucking, pardon my language, I feel so freaking bad that he has to live with this. If any of you guys are out there and it's not fair. It really isn't fair. He makes the best of it. He's still working. He's a truck driver. Thankfully, he drives an automatic truck. He sits there and he holds his head and he drives. And he's probably the best driver in the whole fleet. But I'm having to tell you guys, it's hard. And you see people that work really, really hard all their lives and they get dealt a pretty shitty stick. And I know there's people a lot worse off, but guys, search up cervical dystonia. I never heard of it until he was diagnosed with it. And we're doing a lot of research, and I mean, there's nothing really he can do about it, but so hopefully retirement, he doesn't think he's going to be able to do the castles and climb the stairs and do the hiking because his neck he's in a permanent position like this constantly. So if you guys are dealing with disabilities, and just can you give me some pointers on how to help him, or how to be like I rub every night when he's in bed. I rub his neck until he falls asleep because I know it is uncomfortable for him. If I could do more for him, when I ask him, he gets a little not upset with me, but he said, "Jack, I'm okay. Don't worry about it. I'm fine." So anyway, that is my rant for the day. COVID really, I don't know, guys, it really messed up us in Canada here, and I know it messed up everybody in all of the world, but our free healthcare system really suffered. And when I talk about the free healthcare, I'm explaining to you something else. The reason we are moving to Dominican is because I will not get old in this country. Our healthcare is bad, but it is going to get worse. Within 5 to 8 years, you're not going to want to be over 65 in this country. Now, in Dominican, we pay for the healthcare insurance. It will run us about, with the American dollar, because it's so strong right now and our dollar sucks, it'll run us probably about $2,000 a year, American. Maybe not quite that much. Maybe $1,700 American, which will be about $2,400 Canadian a year. But I have to tell you something, guys. Their healthcare is superior. My girlfriend, who lives in Dominican, found a lump in her breast. She pays for the top tier insurance. Found the lump, booked the ultrasound, had the mammogram, went for the biopsy, and was told before she went in for the biopsy, if it is cancer, you will receive treatment within 48 hours. From start to finish, and luckily it wasn't cancer, so she didn't have to go through the treatment, 12 days. Because she pays for the healthcare system. 12 days she had to wait during COVID when everything was pretty well shut down. People here in Canada died waiting for healthcare. So guys, don't get mad at me when I say our healthcare system sucks, because it's bad. And I've worked in the healthcare field for almost 40 years here. So anyway, that's my rant for the day. I hope you guys have a good day. And I would love if you found this video entertaining or insightful. Give me a thumbs up. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Okie doke. And you guys have a good day. And I'll be back because I'm going to share more of my concerns and views on our long-term care and healthcare in our country. Okie doke. Thanks. Take care now. Bye.